Well, hello, friends of Sudoku, and welcome to the 28th of February and today's New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle. We will get started right away, at least I hope so. But for that, we need to find a number, don't we? And we found the first one. These two fours block these four squares, and this four blocks this square. So we're off to a good start. We found the first number. I'm seeing a 7 blocking over and up. One of these is a 7 blocking down. So we will have a 7 either here or here. Also here or here. Ones will go here, here, or here. I have to admit, solving New York Times hard Sudokus seems every time as if we are meeting an old friend because they do look similar. So if you have a good memory, by the way, I do remember a 10-item shopping list from about a year ago. I was teaching a Chinese student of mine how to use memory palaces to remember stuff. So I asked her to send me 10 photos of her house from the inside, one from each room. And since she didn't have 10 rooms, I asked her to give me different photos from different rooms of the house, including the bathroom and the kitchen and the entrance. Then I had her made up a shopping list in Chinese, even. Then I proceeded to show her how she could use images from a house and attach ridiculously stupid images of her shopping list's items to each. And I can still remember those items now, about a year later. I don't know if she can because I haven't asked her, but I can vividly. Anyway, back to the puzzle here, and an 8 that goes here. Look here, 8 goes across here, 6 squares blocking is an 8. 8 goes down here and up here. One of these is an 8, so I'll be looking for 8s here, here, and here when that time comes. We can find a 3, I think, for this square, because this 3 blocks across and this 3 blocks up, but that's beside the point. One of these is a 3 blocking over, this 3 blocks over, this 3 blocks up, so here's a 3. And we're going to have a 2 either here or here, because of this 2 blocks here. We can enter a 5 here. This 5 blocks up, this 5 blocks over, here's a 5. 1, 2, 7, 9. 1 and 9 here, here, or here. Let's have a look at row 7. For row 7, we need to find a 1, 3, 7, 9, and one more, namely a 5. Now look at this square. It's been attacked by a 1, 3, 7, and a 9. So this has got to be the 5 that we were looking for. And the 1 and the 3 now block here. So this is a 7, 9. And a 1 and a 3 have got to go in 2 of these 3 squares here. 7, by the way, blocks down here. So we know that a 7 must go either here or here because of this 7 blocking over. One of these is a 7. So we got a ghost 7 blocking down, another 7 blocking down. One of these is a 7. Therefore, a 7 for row 7 has got to go either here or here. And a 1 must go either here or here. 3s and 9s, I don't really know much about. But we do have a 7 blocking this square and a 7 blocking these 2 squares. So here's a 7. And now we are getting much closer to a 7 in row 7, because now neither of these 2 can be a 7, nor can this. So we have isolated this cell here. It must be a 7. And this 7 blocks up, this 7 blocks down, these two 7s block across like so. So a 7 in row 6 must go here. Now a 1, 3, 9 here. Can we get any closer? Not yet. No, not yet. But we are going to have 7s here or here and here or here. Now we are looking at 3, 5, 6, 3, 6. We got the 5, but we are looking at a 3, 6 and a 3, 6 that can't go in these 3 squares. So we got 3 and 6 in 2 of these 3 squares up here. 1, 5, 9 still to be accounted for in the top row. So the 5 must go here. 5 blocks over, 5 blocks over. So here's a 5. So 1, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6. This is a 1, 9. 3, 9. This is a 1, 6. 1, 6 is a 3, 9. It's all a bit jumbled. 1 and 9 here as well. I'm seeing a 4 blocking down and over, 4 here or here, and therefore up here in one of these 3 squares. But that's not very scientific, is it? Once again, I think we find ourselves with something interesting regarding a column or a row or a block with very few givens. For example, row 2, only 2 givens. But we have quite a few restrictions in row 1 and in row 7. Let's have a look at this square first. It must be a 1 or a 9, simply because it can't be a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Now, the exact same digits that block this square, namely a 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got a 1 and a 9 pair in these 2 squares. What that does, first of all, is rule out a 9 from going here, here, or here, and here. So one of these 2 squares must be a 9. So now I'll have a look at this square. It cannot be a 1 and it cannot be a 9. And we need 3 more digits to complete the row. So if it's not a 1 and it's not a 9, it follows that it has got to be a 2. So now quasi it follows that we have 5 givens for the column instead of 2. A 1, 9 here and a 1, 9 here and a 2, 3, 5. So now let's continue to investigate this square. It can only be a 7 because this 7 blocks across, this 7 blocks across. So here's a 7. And now we have a 1, 9 here and we have a 1, 9 here. What is missing in the column now? Apart from the 1 and the 9, we are looking for 3 more digits. And they must be 4, 6, and an 8. And those I can't solve right away. But now we got 1 9s here and here. I think we can do something about the 1 9s now because this 9 conveniently blocks here. So it's clear that one of these squares must be a 9. And we just figured out that these 2 must be a 1 and a 9 pair. Since this now quite obviously can't be a 9 because a 9 must go here, 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 it follows that it must be a 1. Now we have a 1 here and a 9 here and a 9 here. Because this 9 blocks down, this 9 blocks over, one of these must be a 9 blocking down. So one of these is a 9. Where now can we place a 9 in row 7? That's right, only here. And that gives us an automatic 3 for this position here. 2, 3, 4 here now. We got a 3 blocking here. We got a 3 blocking here. So this must be a 3, and these must be a 2, 4 pair. Let's see about the 4s. The 4 blocks down. And we got a 4 here. So 4 goes here, here, blocking across. So we got a 4 either here or here. Can we do anything with that? No. We can still have 4s here and here. Why didn't I fill in this square? I should have, shouldn't I? It must be a 1. Does it help me any? Not immediately, but let's have a look at these squares. It must be a 6, 8, and a 9. And they can't, this must be a 6, 8, and a 9. We talked about that already. It must go here or here. So instead, let me have a look at the top row and see if we can now finish it here, since we found the 9. And we still need to find a 1, 3, and a 6. We got a 1 and a 6 here, so this must be a 3. Which blocks down? This 3 blocks up. We got a 3 blocking over and over. So here's another 3. Oh, the first digit that is eliminated today. That's a 3. 2, 4, 9 here. No can do, not yet. 2, 4, 5, 9 here. 5 blocks here, 5 blocks here, 5 goes here or here. 5 blocks here. So we're going to have a 5 here or here. 2, 4, 5, 9. No, I'm not seeing that. But a 1, 6 or 1s are going to crystallize, I think, slowly. We got a 1 and a 6 blocking here. We got 1 and 6 blocking here. And we have a 1 blocking here. So one of these must be a 1. Unfortunately, all 3 of these can be a 6. So maybe I should go back to the bottom of the puzzle, this chute here. We got 9s. I think we talked about that here or here. And we have accounted for a 2, 3, and a 4. The 1s must go here or here. The 5s must also go here and here. Look at that. We got 1 and 5 blocking across, and we've got 1 and 5 blocking down. So we got 1 and 5 in these 2 positions. That should help. Because now this must be a 7, because these are 1, 5, and we got 7s blocking down here, 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 and here. So here's a 7. And we still need to place an 8. And an 8 now blocks down here. So an 8 and a 9 must go here, 1 and 5 here, and therefore a 6 here. That puts a 6 in this square, doesn't it? And since we found this 7, which now blocks here, and we have these 2 7s blocking here and here, we know that this is a 7. And now 6, 4, and a 2 for these squares. 6 blocks down, 6 blocks over, here's a 6. Now we got a 4, 2 pair here, and the 4 blocks down, so the 2 must go here and the 4 here, and therefore we have a 2 here as well. 4, 8, 9 here. We don't know anything about that, except the 4 must go either here or here. So let's look at these 2 squares. There must be an 8 and a 4. The 4 blocks over, so here is the 8 and here's the 4. So how about that? 1, 2, 3 empty squares to be filled with a 6, 5, and a 9. 9 and 6 block here. Here's a 5. 6 and 9 here. 1 and 8 here. 8 blocks down. 1 here, 8 here. 1 blocks down, 5 here, 1 here, as per earlier discussion. 1 blocks across, and up a 1 here. And therefore here in the top row, and this now must be a 6, which blocks down. This 6 blocks up. We have ourselves a 6 here. Now this is a 6 and this is a 9, which in turn forces a 9 to go here. This square must be a 2, and now we have a 2 here as well, which blocks down. This 2 blocks across. Here's a 2, and therefore we have a 2 here. 9 and 4 here must wait, but not for long, I'm sure. Here are 5, and here therefore an 8. 5 blocks up here, we have a 5 here, and we have a 4 here. 4 blocks over and down. Now we know that this is a 4, and therefore this is a 4, and this must be the 9. That now forces a 9 to go here, and this must be an 8, which gives us an 8 here and a 9 here. And that's it for today. A somewhat complicated puzzle today, but as soon as we found the 1-9 pair in column 2, we were more or less home free, I think. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.